this program to bring you a special bulletin.
Welcome to this episode of Make My Trip.
Enjoy your
Make my trip! Three, two, one, go!
Make My Trip Travel TV is sponsored by The Peacock Garden, Upper Laya, Baclayon, Bohol, Philippines. Call area code 038-539-9231 or call at 0917-326-9000. Our itinerary for the day said we were to meet Lady Mayor Angeline Simasio of Anda at the town's public beach, Kinale. Its more than a kilometer-long beach is quite impressive with its fine white sand that is comparable to that of Boracay and surely better than Bali. The mayor has provided very modest, clean, and functional public toilets and showers. Mono-black chairs can be rented for $250 each and plastic-covered tables for 50 peso each. Even local tourists on a shoestring budget can enjoy a fine white sand with their families in Anda, and a restaurant bar serving reasonably priced meals to boot. You recognize the efforts of the mayor, who is so proud of her town and people. She would endorse us afterward to English-speaking tour guide Mang Florentino, who took us hiking for over an hour to Dalamanok Island, named because the pre-Hispanic Shamas offered chickens as a sacrifice to the spirits. Anda town was named after the Spanish Governor-General Simon de Anda at the time of the British occupation of Manila in 1762. The word Anda also means to move or to get into action in Spanish. From what we saw, Anda and the recently opened Amun Ini resort are very much in motion. Take note that once you are inside Amun Ini, you naturally shift to neutral gear. Even their dogs are too lazy to bark and only want to sleep.
I have always been a beach person. I've lived in Manila my whole life and hated every minute of it. And I figured at some point in time over the past 30 years, this was the end objective, my end game, to find a place to set up a resort like this. And when I put my mind to it, that's when I started searching, like you say, from north all the way down to south. And the first thing I checked out was always the quality of the water and the sand, because there's too many beautiful resorts. I chose Bohol in the first place because of accessibility. Being Ilonggo, I wanted something in Iloilo or Capiz or whatnot, but the quality of the beach is a question mark. Negros had one, but it was too far away. So for commercial aspect, something that will require a 6-hour drive from the closest airport is a wee bit too far. It's part of business to know your market, to know their likes and dislikes. And if you wanna tweak it a little bit, then you tweak it, and that's what we've decided to do. Rather than serve the ensalada, talong, or the kamote tops, we mix it into a salad because a lot of Westerners like the salads. We have fresh vegetables, which are not the usual salad vegetables, but they work out well, and it goes in line with the concept of presenting something to our particular market in a format that they are familiar with, but with different ingredients. Because many resorts also do not know their market. and try and sell them Filipino food, which you and I like, but it's not visually appealing, or from a taste point of view is a wee bit too foreign for your visiting tourists. Case in point is 99% of tourists will probably not consider eating dinuguan. So number one, it is basically an accumulation of whatever I've seen, my experiences with resorts, you know, from the layout to the food to, you know, the choice of location, etc., and how they either destroyed or blended into the actual environment of the property. Because of my love of the sea and going out sailing on my hobby cats every weekend for the past 20 odd years in Manila, my working life in Manila, I had the opportunity of seeing a lot of resorts, and you know, would draw my own conclusion on the shortcomings, or you know, on the design, the flow of these resorts that I've been to, and I fell in love with this place. And like I was saying, I think it was destined for me because only half the property was for sale, and a year later the original seller had convinced the other party to sell the other half. So I figured, how many times does that happen? You know, anybody could have come in to snap up the property on that basis, but it was left for me. So that's how I ended up in Bohol, Anda.
I don't know about you, but that is my kind of adventure. Make My Trip Travel TV is an RCTV original.